the CEO of Karela Amande, so yankasa a senior colleague Elloeny Amande Square Amande so be 24 hours ni and I say be first 12 hours ni Karela-Medeama match on Kobo Cup ho nsem and I take you over the airwaves na yepinchi mu kakra enti enko na no enkodi nko. Say Elloeny, good morning.
Morning, Benyet saying.
You are done batcho me na batcho so e.
Nyame adom me so me ho ye. And right, ya nti asem pa bat. Nya this bia ye dey asidamanya.
I know say it's been a very busy morning for you.
Was it?
Say bia I paid a very busy morning amount.
Yeah, Monday mornings are always.
Anyways. But Cheyem Kakra, what really happened? Because statement that I'm buy no share my details here. Must be investigation into the matter. But what really happened? Can pack Enra.
Okay, Nana. I say, as for details, if we had all the details and investigation, we would have moved quickly to deal with the matter the way it has to be dealt with. So what I say, and we are piecing together information. If we are we've been talking to security people who are at the game. We've been talking to our stewards. Any police for any soldier for no more duty ADG in also. Any supporters groups so CASA understanding exactly what happened. So and then the investigations now you say you know, because at the end of the day no you need that so say you be impacro ana enkofo in particular omudi sa etc no na yama nyaimbano also efano sa kwan so because in the course of the week Benjamin minister what say there was a lot of agitation or your supporters the move because of issues I by a call Takwa 2 weeks ago, and I think as responsible leaders know it was incumbent on us you be engaged and you be making sure say BB Bonnie Bia in C that Sunday you rebel march you know see where your meetings February my people that are on the ground me and Kasa the name say you're the chief of agency himself got involved. I think on Thursday is a Friday or your meeting with the supporters with Medeama phone paying for mobile because we're all working towards making sure say waiting you welcome you Chino Yinja Bibia Maninka and that's the understanding we had as of Saturday and you made me cry me for a year the amount for Kasai so we knew that okay there was issues but you know be Kasa but Yemaba a senator chairman misunderstanding the bar along the way. It's misunderstanding by but you didn't say Akasama, you didn't Jumama Bibia Switcher. But when you say a human institution, above Kasa, there's something that they call the lunatic fringe. I think that the lunatic fringe, they are in political parties or more football clubs and organizations. You'll find a few lunatic fringe people on the fringes who are loony and Sanko for no almost a year almost but almost accessoire that are affecting the whole organization. And see that is what we are interested in right now. Finding out the individuals and dealing with it and tackling it. And see and only as summer and see I think the question now the object of what you're asking me is that what is the sequence of events about is saying then I honestly don't have all of those details. Now this incident must have happened in the dressing room at halftime because when the game was going on, everything was fine. They were leading, went into the dressing room, and then after 15 minutes now, so PM, but confusion, blah blah blah, and penny for more echo tries or more resolve. So that's where we are now.
Very well. But and I've also cited a release from Medeama, which dates 15th of this month. What really happened to Karela Moko Takwano? Because I say, as I'm by should and deal with the matter for me where I sit, we should have dealt with that matter. Now can Tiasiaba no be a haunt here. But I'm saying deal with the issues you know, a home report effect in a young or a year in Arsenal. What really happened in Takwa?
When you said me call back now, me call Kasa na I'm sure will be a win me from the beginning, no. Or beto and come on this is here, so they said me justify
okay
and sema isi a year that Sunday. And that's not what we want to do as a football club. We don't want to justify. We think that people did things that were wrong. You call Medeama, there were things that happened that were wrong. June Sototo, Yeah. There was urine poured on in our dressing room. My people had to mop the dressing room and stuff before the players were in jerseys. So like there's a lot of things that went on. And you know, all these things they go back. I said it in one of the football forums on the war. Said violence begets violence. I think say Medeama Bar first round, there was a perception. There was there were issues around that they went back to report that there was violence. And almost Yekoye, almost Unkofo reacted, and then now they've come and our people have reacted. The next game we are going to go, there will be a reaction. I mean, at what point does all of this nonsense stop? You know, and said it afrache more fan some nonsense, but it must stop. It's just a football game that we are all playing. And we need to make sure, as leaders say, we act and do things that infeed our perception. We need to deal with those issues. I think as CEO of Karela, my work is cut out for me. How do I ensure that the cordial relationship is restored between your football club and the Union Water? And that's what we are going to work towards.
Very well spoken. But you said 2 of your supporters have been arrested by the police. What is the state of the case as of now?
So me at the moment me won't cry.
Okay.
What I know is that last night me and CSDDCIC I've tasked my people to look into it. For information, I'm not sure this has happened in Inase. So the dunya jama Takwa, because initial information is about something that has happened in Takwa. So I'm trying to get the full facts around that. And so once I get the facts, who is involved, what has happened, then we'll know what the next steps to take. But after all is said and done, as Karela, we are very much interested in finding the people that did this and letting the law take its course.
Very well. Machana, I mean, you've been there under blow, say, Esco, so Asan Krosi venue down. Will you appeal the case? Would the leadership of Karela take the news, say, Camp Park has been closed down?
We don't want that because we always want to perform in front of our fans. The league before this one, COVID cancelled, we're playing away from home, and the implications it had for us from a cost perspective, and even moving you away from your spiritual home, the impact it had on the club. But we are quite confident that first of all, I think the GFA has the options and the law within their bosom to act as quickly as they deem it fit. All we ask for is fairness, and I'm sure we'll be given a hearing, and we will have our conversations with the FA. And I believe that all of us as stakeholders will be working towards a resolution, not just of this issue between Medeama and Karela at the moment, because we know that these things happen. Clubs go to away venues and they complain of these issues. I mean, we have taken an approach this season, say, and complaining. We won't be writing letters and be complaining, but we've faced these acts in so many venues. And my board and myself in management and my management members have been talking and discussing strategies to adopt for next season in terms of protecting our players in away venues. because it was becoming an issue. But we all know that we're building a product of football that we don't want to sully and muddy it by throwing allegations about, because we believe that we're all people, we're all human beings, and we can engage. But this is what happened on Sunday is a culmination or a build-up of issues that have been going on throughout the season. Occasionally complaining, I've not complained to the referees committee over any refereeing decisions, but I play games, some of them on TV, and again, case in point is the Medeama game. We all saw the goal we considered in the league match, not the FA Cup one. The league match, the goal we considered 1-0. But I saw my style to be writing and complaining. So that is where we have the journey we have been on and where we have come to, and the outcomes we see. But we'll take on the challenge and fix it. Because again, as I said, in leadership, you are not there for the easy times. You are there also you must be there for the hard moments and the difficult times, and we'll work to resolve it.
As part of the football, economy and ecosystem and everything, do you subscribe to the approach say volunteer venue? Close down the venue. I'm taking your not specific to Mukesi, but in general terms. Do you think that it is best practice?
Well, it's a very serious situation. I think the philosophical underpinning for the current state of affairs say, volunteer or grounds are your Barney home team. Say you are deemed to be in charge.
Yeah.
You are deemed. It is deemed that it is your funds. It is deemed that a lot of the factors that happen there is in your control as a football club. So you must act to resolve it. So I think that's the philosophical understanding a must position. But clearly in some of the instances and the cases, it can be frustrating. It can be demotivating, because as a football club, you can do all that you want to do. There's anonymity that comes with mass gatherings. Say, obiti crowd more, especially in some of the matches here, it's not every match that you have 12 cameras trained around the ground watching everything. Obiti crowd more, so two ball kobo bia. You will not even know whether so you're waiting and now say whether this is the first time they have come to your venue, they are not a registered support. There's so many variables to me about at play. These are the issues. It's a very difficult situation if you are an administrator or if you are the arbitrator to arbitrate these issues. But I think ultimately we all need to work to make sure that the hooligans are flushed out. And I think that I will use my platform to appeal to supporters all around the country. Say, number one, we know that because I see some of my supporters aggressively and talking to people and telling them to stop what they are doing and all of those things. And case in point, I'm told some of it happened yesterday. Say, supporter bia no ye ubia opese and tokwasi and now opese or say in Nyoma football ground. So, but as I said, there are some few people who want to cause harm, who want to cause me. The question becomes, how do we, working together with security and intelligence officers and all of those things, proactively anticipate some of these issues and resolve them? The Medeama and some people did things. What was the actions that were taken before and after? We've been to other grounds and football clubs that things have happened. How do we ensure that we fix all of these things in a proactive manner? That is a question for all of us involved in football, including more media and then the supporters. We need to find the individuals. In my opinion, we need to find the specific individuals and address them and deal with them, rather than making it a generic problem for the football club only.
Elloeny Amande, I'm happy for that. We need such calm heads in our football. Very impressed with your submissions this morning. But I wish you well in finding a way to resolve this matter.
And wish you all the best. Good luck.
All right.